So in this video, we're going to cover what exactly is a non-domestic EPC. If you've ever wondered what an EPC is and why it matters so much for commercial property, well, let's go back to basics. So a non-domestic EPC, Energy Performance Certificate, rates a building's energy efficiency, and it does this in terms of carbon emissions. It gives the property a rating from A, the most efficient, to G, the least efficient. And for commercial non-domestic buildings, EPCs have been a legal requirement now since 2008 whenever a property is built, sold or let. And as of April 2018, under the MEES regulations, you can't legally rent out a property with an EPC rating lower than an E unless you've got exemptions in place. And looking ahead, that standard is expected to tighten even further, probably to a B in the future. Between 2008 and today, EPCs have been triggered by those three things: selling a building, letting it to a new tenant, or construction or modifying it to create more or fewer parts. And currently, when your EPC expires, which it does after 10 years, there's no automatic requirement to renew it. You only need a fresh one when you hit one of those three trigger points again. But big changes are on the horizon. The government has consulted on making EPCs mandatory at all times for rented properties. And on top of that, validity periods could be cut from 10 years, possibly to 5 years or even less. Now that means landlords will need to keep a much closer track of their ratings, especially since things like the tenant fit out could affect them more. Now combine that with tightening MEES rules, and regular monitoring is going to be essential. It's also worth knowing when an EPC isn't required. They're not needed for temporary buildings, less than 2 years, places of worship, buildings due to be demolished as long as they've got the right permissions in place, industrial sites and workshops with low energy demand, small standalone buildings under 50 square metres, and certain agricultural buildings. If you're unsure, just ask us. So EPCs aren't just about ticking a compliance box anymore. They're becoming a central part of how property is managed, rented and valued for the future. See our full EPC 101 guide for a more in-depth analysis, or get in touch with any questions. MEES Solutions, common sense compliance.